What is NAD plus, and should you look into doing an IV of this? Welcome to my channel. My name is JoAnna Pallante. I'm a mom, a real estate entrepreneur, and I have a passion for holistic living. I wanted to share with you about my experience with NAD plus. I know a lot of people hear about this, don't really know exactly what it means. They don't know which form of it they should take. I was introduced to NAD plus at a wellness event hosted by Aloe. So I got an IV of NAD, and they warned me when I was starting this as a first timer, I was basically going to feel a little bit high within the first couple of minutes. And as somebody who's never actually been high, I've never tried any of that stuff, I have to say I would imagine that this is definitely the closest feeling to what I would think being high feels like. So I had this IV in me, and it was just a 20-minute drip. I actually didn't check the first time how many milligrams they were giving me, but I will say that this was probably a lower dosage based on my second experience, which I'll get into in a moment. With that being said, 20 minutes was really powerful. I felt my energy levels just go through the roof that day. I just felt so good, so happy, in the moment, almost euphoric. And it was something that I wanted to explore further. So my second experience with NAD plus was at a place called Remedy. They have a location in New York City and in LA. So it's this whole wellness concept. They've got sauna, cold plunge, all the other things that I love and talk about in my videos, but I had never done a full NAD plus drip. So I went and explored their options on their website and kind of debated what I should do. They have 100 milligrams, they have 300 milligrams, they have 500 milligrams, and these NAD injections are pricey. So you want to know all of the facts before you get into it and make this decision for yourself. So I want to shed some light on my experience with a 100 milligram drip the other day. So I got the 100 milligram IV hooked up. I also added glutathione because why not? I figured if I'm investing in myself and they can add this into my IV, sure, put it, add it in the mix. So I consulted with a nurse. So she administered the IV, and I said to her, how long should I expect to be here with a 100 milligram IV drip? She said it can vary based on, the individual, their veins, their tolerance. Some people will get nauseous from this. I posted a video about this on TikTok. A few people commented that they tend to get nauseous when they take this via an IV. I did not have that experience at all. I basically couldn't move my left arm because I didn't want to mess up this IV that I was hooked up to. But basically, you can go in there, read a book, relax, check Instagram while you are giving yourself this boost of wellness. So I had the 100 milligrams basically over the course of an hour. She kept coming in to check on me. She said, let me know if you start getting nauseous. There's a little button I could push if I needed the nurse. I was fine. I was actually feeling great. And then I started asking the nurse some questions because I think that, after I get into some of the benefits of NAD plus, you'll see why I'm interested in doing a higher dosage next time. So I said, if some people were to do the 300 milligram or the 500 milligram, how long does that drip take if it's taking me an hour for 100? She said some people's tolerance is just better than others. Students will come in, they'll study, they'll do it every 4 to 6 weeks, and they can take down 500 milligrams in 45 minutes to an hour, no problem. So I think it's the kind of thing you want to do it the way I did, which is start out slowly and then work your way up. So let's talk about the benefits of NAD plus. So I had read that there's a good chance that this will help speed up your metabolism, give your skin a good glow. What you're doing is restoring, on a cellular level, all of your mitochondria. So that sounds great to me. And I don't think that this is some kind of myth, because I did this on Monday and I have been feeling just unbelievably recharged all week following this IV drip. I hope that the results last me a while. The cost was, I think, roughly $400 for the IV plus the glutathione add-on. And I've priced this out. I've looked into Hydration Room and some of these other different places that you can go in different regions, and they're roughly the same amount. As you get up close to like the 500 milligram level, you might even be investing $1,000. So it is not cheap, but there are alternatives that you can do if you want to just kind of dabble in it. I have a liposomal pill form of it. I have heard that people do a nasal spray just to get, that boost throughout the day. Some people say that works well for them. So maybe you can experiment with different things first before you make the full commitment to the IV. But I would definitely recommend checking this out if you want some of the benefits that I described. I am just all about optimizing my health these days. So there's a lot of information out there on the internet. I try to really do my research and then figure out what works for me. I hope that this video gave you some insight into my experience. If you want to see more videos on supplements and other things that I've done to really optimize my health and wellness this year, make sure to check out the link below. I've got videos on my supplements, my day-to-day routines, things that have really helped me just jumpstart my day, and I hope you enjoy them and get some good takeaways.